So welcome back to the first episode of CG News on the new year. Feels great to be back. It's been since last year, the week before spring break. So, I'm glad to be back. We're going to start off with some current events. So Monday, January 11th, there's high school girls basketball versus Burton, I think. It's at home. We got a Wheat State League Scholars Bowl at White City, junior high b-ball versus Burton, and a education meeting. Tuesday is high school basketball at Elyria. Thursday, January 14th, is junior high basketball versus Gossel. That's at home. Friday, January 15th, is a wrestling tournament at Halstead, and a high school boys basketball versus Gossel at home. And then Saturday, the 16th, there is also a wrestling tournament at Halstead. So that about wraps up our current events, and I'm going to send it on to the next.
And for sports this week, I'm Preston Minson. We're going to go over junior high and high school sports. So we'll start off with the junior high girls. They lost to Central Christian 28-19 in a close, intensifying game. Then Peabody Burns for both boys and girls junior high was canceled due to quarantine with COVID. And then the next game they played was the Little River, and the girls lost 38-12, and the boys lost 11-54. Then we moved on to play Mountain Ridge, and the girls lost 10-55, and the boys lost 11-59. And then Harrington for both teams, again, there's another quarantine, so there's no games played. And then the next game they played was Rural Vista, and the girls won 34-12, and the boys lost 30-37. And for the final games for the junior high girls and boys that have played, the girls played Elyria Christian and lost 38-16, and the boys also played Elyria Christian for A team and lost 61-8. And now we're over to high school girls and boys basketball. We'll start with the girls. They played Rural Vista their first game and lost 61-42. Then they played Little River and lost 66-22. Then they played Central Christian and lost 66-36. Then they played Burton and lost 45-41. And then they played Lyons and lost 57-35. And they were going to play Solomon, but the boys and girls varsity teams got quarantined, so then that game never happened. So now we'll head over to the boys. The girls are 0-5 on the season, hoping for a win on their next game against Elyria Christian. And now we'll head over to Canton-Galva boys. So their first game they played Rural Vista and won 62-58. Then the next one they played Little River and lost 31-80. Then they played Central Christian and lost 58-49. And then we played Burton and won 73-16. And then we played Lyons and lost 28-67. And Solomon, we got quarantined. So that was basically the end of sports for that. So hopefully the boys can get a win and make their record even at 3-3 if they beat Elyria Christian this Tuesday. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Len McManus, and today I'm going to be talking about the Israel news. Today for the Israel news, I'm going to talk about how Israel postponed the next hearing of Prime Minister Benjamin because of the coronavirus lockdown. The district court said that the hearing was scheduled for Wednesday, but would be postponed indefinitely because of how many people had got the coronavirus. Benjamin has been indicated on the charges of bribery, fraud, and breach of trust, which was a 3-year-long investigation. Israel has been hit hard by the coronavirus, and they have reported 474,000 cases since the start of the pandemic, including 3,656 deaths. They have currently more than 60,000 active cases, and Israel went on extreme lockdown because of the medical facilities. They were overloaded.
President Trump has promised a peaceful transition on January 20th. The Capitol was stormed into by protesters, and that Trump later tweeted that he encouraged them. And for encouraging the protesters, he had his Twitter suspended for 12 hours. Donald Trump has received criticism for his tweets and that there were many arrests and 4 deaths that occurred because of the break-in.
Hello everybody, I'm Christian Dara. I'm doing the local news segment this week. So the Kansas Department of Health and Environment is reporting that 373 active coronavirus clusters have been noticed. As of Wednesday, January 6th, there was a total of 15,493 cases with 531 hospitalizations and 594 deaths. Long-term facilities have had 212 clusters in Kansas, resulting in 6,063 cases, 561 deaths, and 363 hospitalizations. No other category has been hit harder, so that'll be all. See y'all later. And now we're going to head into sports.
Welcome to CG News weather for next week. It's looking pretty cloudy week, and on Monday, partly cloudy, high 46 and a low of 26. On Tuesday is the only sunny day of the week, and it is a high of 50 and a low of 29. Wednesday, it is partly cloudy once again, a high of 52 and a low of 33. Thursday is the warmest day of the week, but it is also partly cloudy, high of 55 and a low of 34. Friday, it is also cloudy again, high of 41, low of 21. And Saturday, cloudy once again, high of 43 and a low of 27. So, pretty cloudy week, not very warm, kind of nasty, so that's all I got for you.
Thanks for coming to the first episode of 2021 CG News. I'm sure it was an absolute heater. We'll see you next time on the news.